Today, after a topsy-turvy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here, as it'll be the New York Giants taking on the Seattle Seahawks. The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Ready, ready. Here we go. Strike. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Ready, ready.
They'll run. Here's Devon Achane. And not a whole lot there. Maybe a yard to the 27. Well, this defense for the Giants, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in, and run the ball?
Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Picked off by Bobby Okereke. And nearly a touchdown as they finally stop him down at about the 3-yard line.
They came to this week with a winning record is that they feed off of mistakes like this, and now it's a prime opportunity. Just moments in the game to get a short field touchdown off of their big defensive play. Now on the other side, they were already the underdog in this one. They just made their uphill battle just a little bit tougher.
Play action. Now Dart. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. Toward the pylon, but it's incomplete.
Partner, this is almost an unwinnable spot for a defense. They have to come right out for a 1st and goal trying to stop them. But let me hold on a second. Let me take that back real quick. They can win here if they force a field goal try. Still a long ways away from that happening, but that has to be what they're thinking right now.
70 Lions.
In motion left, the tight end. To throw, Dart. Now he's going to step up and run. And he will take it on in. For a Giant touchdown. Jackson Dart, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Giants use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Extra point forthcoming. It's up, it's good, and the Giants have a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Giants 7, Seahawks 0.
The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Ready, set.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And the interception on that opening drive winds up leading to the touchdown, so now it's kind of time to start over.
Yeah, it certainly is in his first throw of the game, but I like the way his guys rallied around him. Oftentimes, the quarterback is the leader, right? He tells everyone what to do. In this case, I notice his linemen around him kind of patting him, saying, let's go, big boy. You're still our leader.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Come on. Set. Go.
Here's a give up the middle. And he is is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. The Seahawks had 0-1 on the year following the loss in the opener, and they were given a gift of 2 straight home games to start the campaign, dropped one of them already. You have to figure a split of these two probably imperative.
And they did talk about that with us prior to the game, about how important it is to start the season 1-1, especially with 2 games at home. Because if you go 0-2, hard to make those up on the road as the season progresses.
So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. 3rd and 7 now.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
They'll give him 4 yards there, and that's going to make it 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there, and they've rallied and made the tackle.
Now the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. Back to throw here. He'll try to do it himself. And his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And the Giants are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. When you talk about this Seahawk defense, well, they come into play number 12 in the NFL against the run.
And this game for them is all about the line of scrimmage. Winning that battle, using their leverage, being the low man with power to take the offensive linemen and run them back into their own backfield and try and create some lost yardage plays.
Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Here we go. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
Dart from the gun on 3rd down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test them early, but they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
Arises on to punt here as he gets this one away. And the punt will kick out of bounds, and it'll be spotted inside the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach it. Do you do it with a little bit of humor, maybe you break the ice a little bit, like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? And maybe you have to be stern with it, but whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
From the 35, back to work on 2nd and 4.
Here we go. Step top low, 18.
Back to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
A busy first quarter. His 3rd catch of the afternoon is a first down.
At the 45-yard line.
go. Here we go.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
He was certainly quick to atone for his early game interception. Instead of making another mistake forcing something, he reset himself and found a lane to pick up the first down.
So the drive takes them into Giants territory now, 1st and 10, as they've got it to the 28-yard line. McKinnon here, it's complete. So they'll get nothing out of that play, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Come on. 60 Bison, 60.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Seahawks are within an extra point of tying up this ballgame. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
60 Bison. Buffalo 18. Trap 60. 18 run.
They'll fake the give. Now it's Dart. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. These two teams all tied after one. Ball on the 36 now. Here's a 2nd and 7. Here's Dart. There's a short one caught by Johnson. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
That was an okay hookup there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. To throw his dart. He'll try and do this himself. Catch made by Slayton. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
No daylight for him to run through there, and he ran into the defensive tackle, and that guy blocks a whole lot of daylight as it is. He is truly a big man who just made a big play.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Now they'll change things around before the snap. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Throwing his dart. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Like what I've seen so far out of this defense because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
Too long for a field goal, too short to punt that in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. Here's Dart. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Giants go on 4th but come up empty. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Now he'll tuck this and run. Past the 20. And all the way down to the 7-yard line. Big yardage there on the scramble, and it gets him a first down. So he wanted to pass it, but that thing turned out much better.
And the crowd really responded, didn't they? They always like it better when the quarterback who's scrambling around actually takes off and runs downfield. And that's exactly what he did.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
They'll run, Achane. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
Not a whole lot there on 1st and goal, and that's what you're looking for defensively. You'll certainly live with giving up just a yard or 2 in this situation.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
Here we go, here we go. 70 Lions. Ready.
They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Calling a gain of 2 as they're knocking on the door now. 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
And he gets halfway there. gain of 2, just like we saw on first and second down as well. Deuce is wild. Well, let's see what they do. They're knocking on the door here in the second quarter.
And you know what you look at on your play sheet? Your 2-point conversion plays, because you've drawn up a number of them in today's football. You don't just have 1 or 2 for the game. You have more like 6 or 7. Which one do you like here? Because that's essentially what you're going for right now. That spot of the field, call one of those and go get 6.
They stop him up short on 4th and goal from the 1. And this Giants defense able to come up with a goal line stand. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And a drive that stalled out last time. Went for it on 4th, didn't get it. How does that translate here? I would imagine momentum's with the defense.
Definitely with the defense, because anytime anyone goes for it on 4th down, that's telling you as a defense that you can't stop us. We don't think that you can. And when you actually do, that may put a little dent in the confidence of the offense the next time they hit the field.
Yeah, we'll see if they can bring that pride, the offense, this go-around. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Here's Dart. Now he's going to step up and run. This one is stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
I do think it's fair to say that they were caught off guard a little bit. We decided not to throw it on 1st down. But give them credit. They recovered in time to deny him the 1st down yardage. But it's only 2nd and short. So that run is still likely to lead to a new set of downs.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
A gain of 9 yards. 1st down, Giants.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. But now an audible here into something else. They go play action with Dart. Open man, that's Malik Neighbors. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. Still going inside the 20. Touchdown, Giants. A great play there. His 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Giants have taken the lead. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And he's out of bounds, but not before getting across the 50 to the 45.
In just about every special teams meeting, there's a discussion with the punter about his importance. Why? He can flip the field for your team defensively, move it deep into their own territory, or if you're backed up on offense, and he can hit a big punt and change field position and help his defense. In this case, though, field position got flipped by the return team. You can do it so many different ways on special teams.
Ready? Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Ready?
They'll come out throwing here on first down. This one finds Austin out right. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that will bring up second down.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
2nd and 5. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Tucker. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
Well, this offense hoping to avoid the 0-2 start. They trail, but they've got a 1st and 10 here. On the RPO, he'll keep it. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. A 15-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. And a little time left on the clock, so on the other side, they're thinking, gosh, we'd like to get that lead right back.
Yeah, thanks for pointing that out. Here I am going ahead and tapping out the first half. There's still time. They've got to make a decision about what they want to do on the kickoff, whether they want to let their return guy touch it.
Extra point right down the middle. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
They're on 35-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. As they will take over here with a little more than 30 seconds remaining. An anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts. As they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. To the air, Dart. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
2nd and 10. Well, looks like they'll move things around here. On second down, they'll run it here. And he's going to be hemmed in and blocked out right at the line of scrimmage. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. Give him 8 yards on the carry, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on fourth. They'll try and run for it. And he's taken down inside the 30. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. Spotted at the left hash, this from 45. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. A field goal the difference. 17-14 is the score. Back underway here now in this third quarter. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see one or two guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
Throwing his dart. The ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Looking to throw, Dart. He's going to loft this one deep left sideline. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on 4th down? They'll go. Here's Dart. He'll try to do it himself. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Reek Woolen. That is a tough way to start the third quarter. You get the football, hoping to drive it down, put it in the end zone, and take the lead. Instead, they give them the football.
And I think the key here is for them to not get discouraged. That is not how they drew it up, not how they saw it in their minds. But there's a long way to go in this game. You know, they've just got to find a way to come back one play at a time. Yes, it's a cliche, but they can get it done.
Down to about the 23.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime means had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Ready, ready! 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger, 70 Lions.
Here's 2nd and 8. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
A field goal helps, but a touchdown gets you the lead. That had to be the message transmitted in the huddle. And they delivered there as that throw is going to keep the drive alive. And even better than that, set them up with a 1st and goal.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Calvin Austin, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Seahawks have taken the lead here in this 3rd quarter. Extra point splits the uprights. And that will make this a 4-point game. Giants 17. The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. From the gun, he'll hand this off. Down the left sideline. And finally wrestled down at the 11. 163 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Great run, and you know some people question, do you take a running back as high as they took him? That helps to answer it right there.
You hear that all the time, don't you? Don't get a running back that high. You can get the same production later on in the draft. But I've always been of the opinion, when you have a guy as talented as this one, you better go get him and put him to work.
He has a chance to be elite. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he will not throw it away. He goes out of bounds, well shy of the line of scrimmage, so that's a sack. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here. Hands it off out of the gun. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. This red zone is where the Seahawk crowd really makes it tough for an offense to communicate. It's 3rd down. He'll try and do this himself. And he will take it all in for a Giant touchdown. Jackson Dart with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Giants have retaken a 3rd quarter lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that gives him a 3-point lead. 21. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26. 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. And their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
70 Lions.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. First down, Seattle, 16 yards, the gain there.
Every guy that plays this game has plenty of people around him that are concerned for his health and well-being. He had no regard for his body on that catch at all, did he?
Middle of the field, diving to grab it? No, he didn't.
Let's go now. 19. 70 Lions.
Now Achane on first and 10. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd down and 3.
70. 70. Ready.
Again, it's Achane. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. That's caught. He gets it out to Austin. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. The Seahawks moving pretty well through the air. Another first down.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They've moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
Here we go. Set. Ready, ready.
Now they show jet sweep, but instead they run up the middle here. And a short gain here down to the 22. On the tackle, it was Dane Belton.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. From the 22 now, here's the 2nd and 9.
Ready. Ready.
Now back to throw. This throw nearly intercepted. Oh, the big D lineman almost had it. But 3rd down coming up.
3rd down and 9 yards.
And that's another throw that could have been intercepted. Part of this, you credit the defense. They've been really stingy. But he's also made some really questionable throws. And that's another one right there.
Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on 3rd.
60 Eagles. 6.
They'll look to throw here. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1.
Oh, nice job there putting the ball right in the doorstep of the goal line. Couldn't quite get into pay dirt, but he got awfully close. Let's see if they can cash it in over the next couple of plays.
And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Devon Achane, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Seahawks have answered back with a third-quarter touchdown of their own to retake the lead.
Sometimes offenses can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here. And we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the ball hard and finish in the end zone.
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
A gain of 30. First down, New York.
Play action. Now Dart. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this third quarter. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Giants with possession of the football but needing points as we start quarter number 4. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Despite the strong run, he'll be hit and dropped shy of the 45. The Giants on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Dart. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Just a desperation heave there, and it's intercepted. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
A run straight ahead with Ochane. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
18 Cardinals, 18 Cardinals, 18 Cardinals.
Up the middle, Achane. And a nice job there defensively. They get him to the ground short of the first, right around the 42. It's a 7-yard run, but it does bring up 4th down.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Look in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. They've been burned twice already on fourth down, but the third time's the charm as they keep the drive moving.
Tag! 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. That's caught by Tucker. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A nice gain of 21 yards.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on first and second downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. On the ground, they'll set up the reverse, but he'll keep it himself. And the decision to hold on to it is going to pay off. He is in for the touchdown.
Oh, sometimes a play like that can cause more problems than it solves, but there, I think the defense froze for a second thinking this might be a reverse. It wasn't, and by the time they figured it out, too late. He was on his way into the end zone.
Now the extra point try forthcoming. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. Trailing here in the fourth quarter, and that personal foul, that only adds to the hole that they're currently standing in.
Yeah, absolutely a bad job of just losing your cool and letting your anger take over. Mistakes like that, not going to help you at this stage of the game.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. There's a short one to the tight end, Johnson. Give him the gain of 5 on the completion, and that's going to bring up second down. Straight ahead, here's Tracy. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now. They'll go again with Tracy. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. Now they'll audible to something else.
Second and 6.
Off the play fake, it's Dart. Now he's going to step up and run. Going right side, he finds Slayton. Down the right sideline. And he's going to get this down inside the 5 before he's out of bounds. A big play there on the catch and run. 46 yards.
First and goal, Giants.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now he'll tuck it, and he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Jackson Dart, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Giants have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. So certainly some importance to this one now. After the touchdown, they could get this down to a field goal with a two-point conversion. They'll try and throw for it. And unable to connect. They don't get the two-point conversion here.
Score Seahawks 35. Giants 30.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Their lead back down to one score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. 2 yards on the pickup there. And that'll make it 2nd down.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately because if you let that big guy get ahead of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. 2nd down and 8.
Here we go, Jack. Cougar 19.
Off the play fake, he'll lift to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. He'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. And sensing the momentum maybe changing here a little bit, Charles.
Yeah, this defense is going to get off the field quickly, and their offense got them a touchdown last time they had the ball, so they should get another shot.
The Seahawks send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he goes across the 20 to the 22.
Not in a position where they absolutely have to rush right now, but they definitely have to pick up the tempo a bit.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 22-yard line.
Here comes 2nd down. They'll hand it to Tracy. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now.
And the Giants, 1st down. A gain of 7. 1st down, New York.
He's back to throw. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit.
Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Another try, 2nd and 10 now. On the give, it's Tracy. That's a strong run. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at a 45. Here's 1st down. Not liking the look. They'll change the play.
Giants, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 40.
Back to throw. That's caught by Johnson. And he's going to get out of bounds with the 1st down. So that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the 1st and save a timeout. Absolutely ideal there. Get a good size play, get out of bounds.
Well, you saw the coaching there. That is taught and it is emphasized. Get out of bounds, understand your situation, as well as just understanding the game.
All 3 timeouts still at their disposal. Here's 1st and 10 now.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. No street.
On the run is Tracy. He finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down. The Giants going to go ahead and use the 1st of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. Second and 6 coming up.
Let's go now. 70 Lions. Hurt. Motion. Hey, check that. Go.
Right back to Tracy. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up
3rd down, here's Tracy. And he's able to get the 1st here as he's taken down at the 25. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game.
4 yards. 1st down, Giants.
Well, this offense still has the 1 timeout here, remember. 1st and 10.
Hawk 19 Lions. 70 Rangers.
They'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. A couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You're having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Now the Seahawks going to use the 1st of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. They'll come up now on 2nd down. Now the former Sun Devil, it's Cam Scatterbury. An incompletion, now a short pickup. That's not going to do it.
Yeah, you got to get to the line of scrimmage quickly, get set up, and aim downfield.
It's a gain of 6.
Back to throw. He'll try and do this himself. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. And a great game comes down to this. Time for 1 play, and they've got to get it in the end zone.
And I want every cover guy I've got in the game on defense, every extra defensive back who can make a play on the football. So whether it's nickel, dime, quarter, whatever you want to call it, I want 5, 6, 7 guys back there.
Buffalo 18.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed in intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds. You don't have to make wholesale changes. You just have to do it a little bit better, a little cleaner. And they did that in the second half, and that led them to victory.
So for the Seahawks, they at least get the win here to earn a split of their first 2 home games. And they will hit the road next week. Meanwhile, for the Jets, they will fall to 1-1. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.